And thank all of you for being here. Ms. Seymour, I'd like to start with you. It's my understanding that OPM's legacy system, that you're currently using COBOL, a system that was developed originally in 1959. Is that correct?
I don't know when it was invented, sir, but yes, we are using COBOL in some of our systems at OPM.
Okay. According to my research and my staff's research, it was originally developed in 1959. And that's the system that we're using.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Archuleta, OPM since 2008 has spent $577 million on IT. Is that correct?
I don't know exactly that number, but I'll
But
accept that.
you think that's pretty close?
I would have to trust your judgment on. I don't know that number yet, but I could get back to you. But yes, if you want to, we can just.
But would you say that's in the ballpark, $577 million? I mean, give or take a couple of $100 million. What are we talking about?
I can tell you what we've spent on it, but yes, I'll.
$577 million since 2008, yet we're still using a legacy system that was developed in 1959?
I agree with you totally, sir. We are using a legacy system that was designed in 1959, and that is what we're working to change.
It's my understanding that approximately 80% of our IT budget is being spent on legacy systems. Is that correct?
Right now, the legacy that we're working off of our legacy system. That's why we're making the investments into a new system.
No, I'm sorry, I'm just flabbergasted by this. It's just mind-boggling that we could spend, first of all, we could spend $577 million. Secondly, that we're spending 80% of what we have budgeted on legacy systems. I mean, it's just amazing to me that we're doing that. Nevertheless, Ms. Seymour, let me ask you, the IG's flash audit indicated that the estimated cost for just only two phases of your infrastructure improvement project is going to be $93 million. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We put together the plan with a very robust interagency team and had that reviewed by a number of experts.
$93 million?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be dramatic, but $93 million?
That covers both securing our legacy architecture, the one that we have today, putting as many.
The one that was originally developed in 1959?
Not all of it was developed that long ago.
If any of it was developed.
Our network was designed, about a decade ago. So we are trying to shore that up, provide as much security around that network as we can. That's part of what the money is going to. And then the other part of the money is going towards building a more modern and more securable network that we will transition to.
Okay. Well, it's my understanding that despite the decades that we've been spending all this money, these millions of dollars, that we are still using paper forms in some cases. Is that true?
A number of our business offices still use paper forms.
We've spent $577 million on IT since 2008, and we're still using paper forms. And of course, hey, paper forms may be better in this case. I mean, at least we've still got control of those.
I can't speak to what's happened before me, sir. I can tell you that when I came in and saw the state of our IT systems, I worked with Director Archuleta to put in place a plan, an aggressive plan for migrating to more modern, more secure network and systems. And
does it include paper forms? Does it include paper forms? Will we still have paper forms after you make these adjustments?
We want to remove as much paper as we can from our environment, sir.
Well,
that's one of our goals.
I can't help but wonder if that's not a move in the wrong direction. I mean, at least we can have some control over these paper forms. We obviously don't have control over the computers and the information that we have on the internet.
I would offer, sir, that there are security concerns with paper just as well. We have, violations or issues with paper as well, as you leave paper around. The other issue we have with paper, sir.
So we leave paper around?
Sir, when you leave it in your office or when you're working with it. I would also offer that when we have paper, we don't have backup systems. That's a concern as well as we move forward with our
Ms.
automated
Seymour, I
systems,
agree
we
with
can
every
back that
point you're
data
making
up.
here. My point is that we've spent $577 million since 2008, and we're still using paper.
And sir, I've also said, I can't tell you what's gone on before me. What I can tell you is the plan we are putting in place, we're planning to put in place an enterprise case management system. We are working towards that will eliminate a lot of our paper. We'll modernize our systems and provide better protections around our data and our systems.
And what we're doing includes that $577 million that we've already spent.
I'm sorry, sir?
This is going to be more money we're going to throw at this problem, right?
Again, sir, I cannot account for what has happened before me.
Thank the gentleman.